What a nice shirt! And it's made of organic cotton. But does the worker in the factory have a decent job? Does the factory pollute the river? Were any dangerous chemicals used?
Consumers care about more than just fashion when they buy their clothes. They also want to be sure that workers' rights and the environment are respected. That is why it's important to know under what conditions their clothes are produced. But this is not an easy task. For example, a t-shirt designed in Europe can consist of cotton grown in Africa or America, which is processed into fabric in China and then shipped to Bangladesh to be sewn into the t-shirt that consumers buy in Europe. This might look pretty organized, but add agents, subcontractors, accessories and dyes, as well as their suppliers, and you come up with very complex supply chains. Being able to trace the story of this t-shirt throughout the supply chain is a challenge, but it's the first step to ensuring its sustainability. Let's outline the way forward through 10 tips for traceability. Tip number 1. Demand transparency. If consumers want to be sure under which conditions their clothes are produced, they must strongly demand transparency. Tip number 2. Cooperate for traceability. Supply chains are very complex and information can get lost at each step. So everyone must cooperate to make an entire supply chain traceable. Tip number 3. Traceability requires leadership. As the head of the supply chain, buyers have an important role to play in leading the way towards traceability. For example, by nominating suppliers, some brands are already making efforts to reduce the complexity of their supply chains. Tip number 4. Create incentives for traceability. To ensure traceability, all actors must be willing to collect and share information. For that, incentives are required. For example, suppliers will support a traceability scheme if it leads to closer, more trustful and long-running business relationships with their customers. Tip number 5. Include agents. Agents can make or break supply chain traceability because they play an important role as information brokers. They have to be included to ensure traceability. Agents can also make managing traceability information a new field of business, especially for small and medium-sized customers. Tip number 6. Let traceability increase flexibility. Subcontracting enables factories to fulfill their customers' orders and make the best use of their production capacity. However, it has to be guaranteed that subcontracted factories meet the same standards that customers expect from their direct business partners. Traceability helps to ensure that subcontracting increases flexibility without compromising standards or trust. Tip number 7. Use traceability to make your factory more efficient. Better data collection can make factories more competitive. Factories can use the information required for traceability to improve production and quality management. Tip number 8. Make use of IT systems. IT-supported management systems, which are part of the textile and garment industry's modernization, can be used to collect and share traceability data effectively and efficiently across the supply chain. Systems must be easy to use and compatible with a wide range of IT systems in factories. Tip number 9. Build on existing standards for verification. An effective traceability system has to ensure that data can be checked. Existing standard systems and so-called chain of custody models provide a good starting point to ensure that traceability systems earn consumers' trust through verification. Tip number 10. Set common goals. All stakeholders have to jointly define the priorities and scope of a traceability system. Harmonizing the requirements will ensure that traceability is viable and effective. That is how traceability can turn the challenge of transparency into new, exciting opportunities. A growing garment industry in which consumers can trust that social and environmental standards are respected.